Apple's first event of 2025 is beginning to take shape, and if these leaks and rumors are true, this might be one of the most exciting Apple events we've had in a long time. Rumor has it Apple is about to deliver a major iPhone upgrade that's even better than the iPhone 17. Here are the top 6 things we should be seeing from Apple in the very first part of the year, and let me show you why Apple is really planning to hit the ground running in 2025. And a big thanks to Saley for sponsoring this video. So if we rewind the clock a bit, if Apple history has taught us anything, it's that some years things can be super exciting. Like, remember the Spring Loaded event a couple of years ago? That was like one of the most jam-packed spring events ever. That's great. But other times, years can be a little bit more subdued and boring. This year, though, hopefully is more like the former than the latter, as we're hearing that Apple is probably gonna do some kind of spring event in the first couple of months of 2025, because they've got a lot of different products to announce that really should make this, again, a pretty worthwhile announcement that I think has a little bit of something for everybody. Admittedly, some of these might be a little bit more exciting than others, but again, something here for everybody at different price points. For example, we should be getting a base iPad upgrade. Along with the iPad mini, we were expecting an upgrade to sort of the base entry-level iPad. That didn't happen for some reason in 2024. That should be coming early on into 2025. And don't expect anything crazy here, likely just a small processor bump, maybe a little bit of a better camera on here. Smaller stuff, no major redesign. But Apple's just continuing to bring better value to their lower end products, and this base end iPad is no exception, so that should be getting a little bit of a boost to start off the year. Apple will also use this opportunity to sort of fill in the gaps on things they were missing. For example, M4 Max is another area that we got some exciting stuff, but some missing pieces, specifically with the Macbook Air. So Apple did double the starting RAM of the MacBook Air, which was, thank you very much, Apple, to get into the modern millennium here, but now we should be getting some even better news with M4 chips. So M4 coming to the 13-inch and 15-inch MacBook Air with that 16 gigs of RAM as a base option. That should be great, and more than likely will be at the exact same price as what we've got right now, which is great. Happy to see that. Though with that said, there still are 2 missing Macs here, Mac Studio and Mac Pro. Maybe more of a little bit of a niche market, more of the higher end prosumer, consumer professional there. But we're not likely going to see these until later on in the year, maybe in the latter part of 2025. So while there are going to be some Apple Silicon upgrades, if you're waiting for the Mac Pro or Mac Studio, like me, we're gonna have to wait a little bit longer than probably the spring event. Now, some years, not every year, Apple has also used this spring event or this sort of spring time frame as an opportunity to freshen up the current iPhone lineup. We've seen a couple of new colors every few years for iPhone, so that might be something we see as sort of a spring color. I think it was purple one year, it was green another. I'm not sure if we're gonna see that with the iPhone 16, but honestly, the 16 base phones are actually pretty good in terms of colors. Really, the 16 Pros are lacking color, but I digress. This could also be a time we see some sort of new spring color upgrade. Nothing rumored as of yet, but something to keep on your radar for this event as well. Totally would make sense given the usual Apple time frame. And then we get to a little bit of an interesting part here with 3 new products we should see. I think 2 will definitely happen. The third one, a little bit more of a wild card, but could be a pretty exciting one more thing. One of the new product updates we should see is AirTag version 2. I mentioned this in a previous video. I think AirTags are honestly really great battery life, great user removable battery. That's a rare thing for an Apple product these days. Also not breaking the bank. Still, I guess $30 for one is a little expensive, but they're usually on sale and there's deals and stuff. I still think, in Apple dollars, this is a very good deal, and version 2 should just make things better. We've heard there could be some kind of Vision Pro integration if you've got an Apple Vision Pro and AirTags, but for everybody else, 99% of people, you could expect things like better battery life, more precision when it comes to finding your item, so better accuracy, and then also Apple is gonna sort of rework the hardware a little bit internally to stop some of those stalkers and bad actors. For example, they're gonna make the speaker a lot harder to remove in version 2 than how relatively easy it is to do in version 1. Obviously, Apple's done a lot of anti-stalking updates with software, but they're also going to keep the hardware the same form factor and stuff, but on the inside, make it a bit harder to tamper with. All right, next up, let's talk iPhone, because Apple does have some pretty big changes and plans for their 2025 iPhone lineup, with the first major change being the removal of that physical SIM card and SIM tray in more iPhones around the world for the all-new iPhones, which I'll mention more in a moment. And I know that this has, some people maybe don't love this change, but I think especially going into 2025, an eSIM-only route makes a ton of sense, with one of the big advantages being that you can sort of change your phone's carrier basically with a couple of taps on your phone super easily, which is especially really convenient and nice when you're looking to travel, like maybe around the holidays, like right now. Gone are the days of wasting hours upon hours in those physical cell phone retail stores, and also gone are the days of paying those absolutely insane rates for international calls, texts, and data. The game here has been totally changed thanks to this video's sponsor, Saley. That's because they're harnessing the power of eSIM technology to make international data incredibly affordable and just simply easy to activate. Just a couple of taps on your phone and you're up and running in no time. With plans in over 160 countries and 8 regions, Saley makes it super easy to stay connected wherever you're traveling to. You're getting fast, reliable data for all of your messaging, streaming, and app downloading needs, and you can get started right now, right from your phone and the Saley app. Just download the app, choose your plan, use my code AppleCircle for 15% off, and you're gonna be good to go. Saley offers some additional peace of mind with 24/7 support, and really 3 major things I appreciate. No having to rely on, unreliable and super sketchy public Wi-Fi when you're traveling. Also, not having to pay those absolutely insane fees for international calls, texts, and most importantly here, data. And then last but certainly not least, no one wants to deal with their carrier. And with holidays coming up, now is the perfect time to get started, whether you're going to visit family somewhere, you're going on a little vacation, whatever the occasion might be, you're departing from your home, you wanna make sure you don't leave home without Saley on your phone. Again, super fast, reliable, easy to set up, and of course, best yet is I've got a discount for you guys. Use my exclusive code AppleCircle to get 15% off your eSIM plan. Again, Saley makes this so simple, so easy. Don't wait. Seriously, do not wait. Get it all set up and good to go so you can enjoy your trip. Hit the link right down below to learn more and check out Saley for yourself today. Then what should be one of the most exciting upgrades is the iPhone SE 4. And the reason I think this is so exciting is 2 big reasons. One is obviously it's a major overhaul and redesign, something we have been really excited about for this phone, but also if the rumors are true, Apple is giving some major upgrades and really worthwhile upgrades to their cheapest iPhone. So they're really bringing more value for the dollar, which is nice because these days it seems like everything is getting more expensive. So according to leaks and rumors, Apple is actually kind of working right now to produce these iPhone SE 4s. They're building them, getting them ready because the design is going to get a major overhaul. Rumor has it it's gonna look more like the iPhone 14 than like the iPhone 8, which yes, that's current SE, still sort of looks like the iPhone 8 with that really out of place home button in 2024 and 2025. That means the new iPhone SE 4 is gonna get a 6.1-inch display. Rumor has it could be getting an action button. It would be an OLED display, by the way, not LCD, it'd be OLED. Also, it would finally be getting Face ID, so Sayonara Touch ID, that would be out of here. Only one camera, but a 48 megapixel camera, so at least it's a high quality main shooter. Selfie camera, and then there's been talk about Apple Intelligence as likely something we will see as well, which given how Apple is sort of marketing this as like the next big thing, would make sense for this lower end iPhone. Though I guess the counter argument to that is maybe it's more of a high end thing, but it seems like Apple is probably gonna put it in the new SE. This, for around $500, especially with different carrier deals and incentives and specials, is gonna be a really, really great option. So this is gonna be super exciting to see, and we should be seeing it in the spring of 2025. And then we get the one more thing, something that's a bit more wild, a bit more out there, but something that Apple is supposed to launch in 2025, and that is some sort of new home hub thing. We've heard over the last couple of weeks that Apple internally is really stepping up their game when it comes to smart home stuff, and the first product to launch in this category is supposed to sort of be a combination of a HomePod base with an iPad like as the screen. So basically this would be your smart home control center. It'd have Apple Intelligence. You could do FaceTime calls, listen to music, all that stuff. At first, it sort of seemed like it was going to be like a later product, but given the aggression Apple is supposedly taking in this space, this actually could be something we see sooner than later. Definitely not for sure. The other ones are definitely more for sure than this, but I wouldn't be the least bit surprised if Apple really wants to go hard on this in 2025, and one of the ways they do that is by releasing this thing first things first. So if you want a little surprise from Apple, that might be the new thing to look out for in the first half of the new year. All right, guys, so I'm curious your thoughts on all this, your thoughts on Apple's 2025 plans. I know we didn't talk about iPhone 17. I'll get into more iPhone 17 stuff in other videos, but this is at least the more immediate stuff we can expect. What are your thoughts? Exciting? Not exciting? You buying an AirTag version 2 for 30 bucks? You buying an iPhone SE 4? Drop a comment down below and let me know. As always, I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you for watching. I am Robert Rosenfeld from the Apple Circle, and I'll see you all in the next one.